Hey guys, it's springtime. You know how I know that? Aside from everything blooming, starting to bloom, I am going to the U Albany football spring game. The annual beginning of the season in terms of warm weather. I love it because I get to ride my bike there. I get to watch football without freezing because, in November and stuff like that, it's freezing by then usually. But, so that's why I'm heading out right now. Gonna watch some offense versus defense. Hopefully this year is better than last year because last year we sucked. We had no quarterback. Both guys were absolute scrubs. So we'll see what happens this year. But the main, the vlog is going to be about what I've done to my vlogging setup this year, because I did change it up. I ended up dropping like $600, all things considered. So my previous setup was a Shoei X12 helmet with your standard GoPro. Mine is the 4. I believe it's the silver, not the black. And then I had a cheap $3 Amazon microphone that was connected to the actual GoPro and then fed inside my helmet. So at the front of my helmet, right to the left of the GoPro, I basically had a cable or a wire hanging every time I went to vlog, and it worked pretty good. I mean, you guys can hear me pretty good usually. You guys can hear the bike pretty good, but it was cumbersome because sometimes if wind catches the wire just right, it would move it more outside the helmet. So I had to always kind of keep adjusting it. But I've always wanted a Senna. At the time it was a 10H R or whatever it was, but now it's a 20S, and I finally got around to buying one. So I got myself a Senna 20S, and at the same time I'm like, well, why don't I get the Senna Bluetooth pack for GoPro, the audio pack? So I got that too. And I've been testing it. This is my 4th time recording this vlog because the first time I had the external mic turned on the audio backpack, which means it picked up literally just the wind, nothing else. Second time I had the mic turned off and using just the Senna mic, but I had it in normal voice mode. So I sounded like I was in a tin, in a tin room or something, or on a walkie-talkie. And then the third time, yesterday, I had Ultra HD mode turned on, or UHD mode, and everything was pretty good. But I didn't have the bracket tight enough. So the bracket that holds the microphone into the actual Senna. So I guess the mic was moving when I was turning my head, and it was causing the mic to crackle and at random times cut out because it's a loose connection. So this time I have everything tight, everything set up, UHD is on. So hopefully, hopefully 4th time's a charm. But at the same time, not only did I get new vlogging equipment, I had to get a new helmet. Because the helmet that I had, the 20S, or the Shoei X12, that's a race fit helmet, so it's not made to have a lot of room inside the helmet. It's not designed for that. It's designed to be as slim and as sleek as possible. So when I put the speakers in for the 20S, and I tried 20 different positions, but every time I kept putting my helmet on, I kept basically cutting my ear. and it got to the point where my ears started bleeding, both of them. So I had to break down and get a whole new helmet. So I ended up buying the Shoei RF 1200 Dominance. I had the Elias 2 X12, if anybody's curious, the green and yellow one. Very cool looking helmet, and I loved it. It was very unique looking. But the RF 1200 is all. My first Shoei was the RF 1100, so I know what the RF series is, and it's a great helmet. So it's not like I took a step down in terms of quality. It's just a different kind of fit. This helmet is more, even if you look at the pictures from the top, it's more of a circle than an elongated, oval. So I got a new helmet. Sold the X12 actually pretty easily in like 4 days. Nothing wrong with it. It was pretty much brand new looking. So yeah, I got a full new setup basically, and hoping that this is going to be nice and easy to use. The Senna is amazing, so let me go ahead and review that now. The speakers in this thing, I mean, they're small, but they pack a punch. Bass is, for the speaker size, it's pretty good. The mids and highs are fine. I actually have to turn it down a little bit. Full volume is too loud, even while riding. I haven't tested the call quality yet. That's one of the things it does well too. But based on my testing in the second time I was trying to do the vlog where I had to send a mic picking up, that thing picks up only your voice. So as the reviews say that people can't tell if you're on the bike, they probably won't be able to, because it muffles out all other ambient noise. So the mic on this thing is very good. This is my favorite road. Hopefully there's no traffic. The Senna comes with like a bunch of different mics. There's a wired one, it's like a little circle that I initially used, which I don't know if that was part of the problem, why the voice was so tinny. Now I'm using the boom mic, but it has a boom mic, it has the regular, tiny little mic that is, basically the wire you can route wherever. It has a lot of pads that you can put, you can cover the speakers with, you can put them under to give more, raise the speakers a little bit. This bike boogies, man. After the tuning stuff and all the parts I added, I don't know if I'm ever gonna get a 1000. The only 1000 I'll get is like a cruiser or something probably. This thing will kill you for sure if you're not careful. Traffic today. Sharp turn. Brake a little bit. Power through. Start getting the gas. Cut off. Apex. Exit wide. Get some. But yeah, so you got a new vlogging setup, got a new helmet. The Senna is amazing quality. I should have got this thing sooner. And actually, I got a dual pack on eBay for $320, which is a lot cheaper than, even though I use Revzilla pretty much for everything. Shameless plug for Revzilla. Their price was way higher. So I got that for $320. You cannot complain. about that. So, passenger and I, or even a buddy, can use it. And I actually might be getting a lot of use from it sometime in early 2017. I'm not going to reveal what I'm up to or what my buddies and me are up to, but it is going to be amazing. And I've dreamt about it already since we started talking about it. It's going to involve some planning. Basically, it's a long distance trip, I'll tell you that much. But to where and from where, I'm not going to reveal that yet, but I've been dreaming about crossing America or doing something like that. Not necessarily on a bike, but possibly on a car or something, or even a train. I mean, I read this article about a train that crosses from like New York to California. That's like $150 or something like that, and you can basically take the train all the way out there and see pretty much all the main important sites. But yeah, it's not it's not anything like that, but that's always been my dream. It's on my bucket list, so hopefully this works out. It kind of depends on my job and stuff, but we will see. If my contract gets extended at the end of August, which is when it's up, for another 6 months, that will put me at September, October, November, December, January, February, March, which I should definitely be able to do it then, because we're looking at like January, maybe February. So it's gonna be a while, but keep check back. I'm sure less than a year from now you'll see some sweet footage of where we're thinking of going. Alright, I'm pretty much done talking, so I am gonna now just ride, and you guys can ride along. I might turn on some music for you guys. I haven't decided if I want to have music on while I'm talking, but if I don't have it on, I think I'll turn some on for you now. So you guys take care. For those of you who are watching that don't ride, have fun doing whatever you do. Have fun. But for those of you who do ride, stay safe. Stay shiny side up, as I say. Wear your gear. And just, don't do anything crazy, because it ain't worth it in the end. Later.